All right, we are ready to start creating our color monsters. Now we've already discussed that colors can show different feelings. So if you haven't done so already, please click on the picture of the Color Monster book and listen to that read aloud before you get started. If you've already done that and you're ready to go, find the white piece of paper. Your homeroom teacher, your classroom teacher, should have handed you a white piece of paper with nothing on it. This is for your art project for this week. Now today we are going to do part 1 of our color monster, which means we are not finishing it today. Today we are going to draw it and trace it. Next time we work on our color monster, we will be coloring it. So today, drawing and tracing. Then we have a flex week, take a little break. Then when we come back, we will color it together. So do not try to finish this all at once. Okay, find your white piece of paper. We are going to hold it horizontally, that is sideways, not up and down, sideways. We want to give our monster some room for his arms. So to start our color monster, we are going to start with 2 vertical lines. That sounds difficult, but I promise you it's not. We're going to draw really light. So we don't want these to be very dark. Using your pencil, right in the middle of your paper, super light. Can you even see those? They might look invisible, but they're there, I promise. Super light. I didn't draw them all the way to the tippy top because I also want to save room for his pointy ears. Now on top of those vertical lines, we are going to either take a black marker or a black crayon. If you're using a marker, I recommend a Sharpie marker, not a washable marker. Use a crayon if all you have is a washable marker. We're going to trace those vertical lines, but not straight. We want a zigzag. So on top of one line, you're going to make it go ziggy zaggy all the way down. Same thing on the other line. Ziggy zaggy all the way down. That doesn't look like a monster yet, but I promise it will. We're going to be using a lot of these ziggy zaggy lines when we make our color monster. So we have our sides of our monster's head and body. Now we said we saved room for ears. So we are jumping back over to our pencil because we draw light until it's right. So on top of his head, we're going to put 2 triangle ears, up and down for point, up and down for point. In between his ears, we want another ziggy zaggy line. Now, once you have that, pick up your marker or your crayon, and we're going to trace it. Now that he has his outline, we're going to add his arms. Now, your arms come out of the sides of your body. You can have your arms going up or down or out. That's up to you. So grab your pencil again. I'm going to wait until you get your pencil. All right, here we go. To make an arm, we start with 2 lines that are next to each other. These are called parallel lines. Now we don't want him to have little tiny dinky arms, so stretch those arms out. At the end of his arm, you can make a hand with some fingers. So that arm is sticking out to the side. I'm going to make another arm that is going down. So I'm going to have 2 lines that come down. At the end, I put some fingers. Now I drew that in pencil. What do you think we're going to trace it in? Your crayon or your marker. So go ahead and pick up your crayon or your marker. Now when we're tracing, we have a fuzzy monster, so we're not going to trace him in smooth lines. We're going to trace him in ziggy zaggy lines. Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy. Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy. Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy. Now, his fingers might be difficult to trace in ziggy-zags, so we're just going to trace over those the best that you can. sometimes it's tricky. All right. If you are using a marker for this, you can always use your eraser. If you get out of your lines a little bit, we trace and erase. So I like to get rid of any leftover pencil lines. If you are using a crayon, do not try to erase over top of your crayon, okay? It will also kind of erase and get smudgy. So now that we have the outline of our monster, we are ready to get started showing his expression, showing how he feels. Okay, so we each have an outline for our monster, but we said it's time to show his expression. I've made a few different monsters. Some are big, some are small, some have their arms up, some have their arms down. I just want you to know that however you made your monster outline is great because every monster is unique, just like every one of you is unique. So here we have our monster outline. You only have one. I have a couple, but you have one. So find your monster outline, and it's time to pick your mood. Now, when we were talking about color and expression, how colors can feel, I want you to practice something with me before we even get started. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. Okay. When we're talking about how colors feel, you have to think in your brain how you feel and think about what your face is doing. You can use a mirror for this too. If you have a mirror at home, you can look in a mirror right now. So the first thing we're going to do, we're all going to practice being angry. Be angry. What happens to your face when you're angry? On my face, my eyes are getting all squinty. My teeth are getting clenched and I'm kind of making this mouth. I can also make my mouth go straight. It's kind of funny when you're not actually angry, isn't it? So when you're angry, you're kind of making this face. But let's change our mood. Now let's be happy. When you're happy, what happens to your face? My eyes get wide, my eyebrows go up, and my mouth makes a smile. So when you're happy, your face is going to look very different than when you're angry. Now, how would that be if you were sad? Think about our color monster and how his face changed with his mood. When I'm sad, my mouth makes a frown. My eyes go to the sides because I'm kind of closing them, trying not to cry. And your eyebrows get closer to your eyes. So look in the mirror and practice being angry, happy, and sad. You can have a lot of other expressions too. Expressions like disappointed, expressions like frustrated. Now, some of those may seem similar to happy, sad, or angry. So we're going to pick a feeling for your color monster. Now remember, that feeling's going to go with a color. So think about an angry color. It would maybe be red or black or orange. What would your happy color be? Doesn't have to be the same as in the book. Your happy color might be pink because pink is your favorite color. But my happy color might be green if green was my favorite color. So we could all feel a little bit differently. But we're going to have to make that expression on their face. So let's do that together now. So we're going to work on these expressions, okay? The first thing we said that changes with your expression is your eyes. So you're going to take your pencil. You're going to make 2 nice big circle eyes for your monster. And you can put eyeballs. You can either have them in the middle or you can put them off to the side. So I'll show you that. Here's one monster. Here's another monster, 2 circles. These are off to the side. And here's my last monster, 2 circles. There's my circles. Once you have those drawn, what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna trace them. So once you have your eyeballs drawn, go ahead and trace them. Okay, I have my eyes traced. Now, we said that one thing that changes with your eyes is your eyebrows. Put your fingers on your face and touch your eyebrows. When you smile, they go up. When you're angry, they come down. When you're surprised, they go off to the side. So we're going to change our expression by changing his eyeballs. So here, this one is looking off to the side. And I'm going to make this one a little bit worried. So to make him worried, I take my pencil. I'm going to put his eyebrows up and off to the side with lines. This monster here, right now, he doesn't really look like anything, but I'm going to make him angry. To make him angry, you make them pointing in towards his nose. So point them in, angle them down. This one is going to be excited. So I'm going to put his eyebrows right up over his eyes, just like this. Now, just like everything else we've been doing, once we've drawn it, then we trace it. But our monster has big, fluffy, fuzzy, hairy eyebrows. So instead of leaving the straight line right on top of that straight line, fuzzy, 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 fuzzy. Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. Big, fuzzy, hairy, monstrous eyebrows. This one's angry. Angry eyebrows. Big, fuzzy, angry eyebrows that point in. And this one's not so sure that he wants to be here with us in class. His big, zigzaggy, fuzzy eyebrows are off to the side. Now that we have our eyes finished and we know what our expressions are, we can work on the mouth. We said the next thing that changes when you have a change of your feelings is a change in your mouth. So let's go back here to my happy monster. What's he going to have on his face? He's going to have a great big smile. So from one side of your monster, the biggest smile, all the way to the other side of your monster. Then you can add some teeth. You can add as many teeth as you want. I'm going to add 3 for this one. Draw it, trace it. How about my angry monster? Is he going to be smiling? No, he's not. My angry monster makes that angry face. All the way across. Give it a trace. Add some teeth. You can put your teeth anywhere you want. You can add 3 teeth, 4 teeth. That's up to you, but your teeth should touch your mouth. And finally, last but not least, oh my gosh, my worried monster. My worried monster over here, he's going to have a straight mouth because he's not happy or sad. He's just a little worried. So I'm going to trace his mouth. I'm going to give him some teeth too. I'm only going to give him 2 teeth. So now we are all set. We have either a happy, angry, worried. Maybe yours is sad, which would also have a frown. Maybe yours is confused. It's up to you, but we are drawing our monsters and tracing our monsters today. I hope you had fun making your color monster with me today. Remember, today we are only working on the outline. So you're only going to have your monster in black and white today. Whether you use a marker or a crayon is up to you, but you want to make sure that your monster is outlined. Now remember, if you used a marker, we always trace and then erase to get rid of any leftover pencil lines. But if you used a crayon, do not trace and erase. You will smudge your crayon around. So keep your monster safe for next week. You're going to submit a picture of your black and white monster so that I know you're ready to go when we start again. Bye, everybody.